Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, Grammy is going to be making some Gilbaka curry for us. My other grandma was able to bring some Gilbaka back from Guyana, so we have some fresh Gilbaka and we're going to cook it today. And a big shout out goes to J&B West Indian Grocery Store on Liberty Avenue in Queens, New York for providing all of the seasonings and spices for today's recipe. Make sure you guys pay them a visit and check them out for your West Indian, Guyanese, and Caribbean food items.
This is garlic, some pepper. So we'll go to put out everything, grind it up, some water.
So basically we're just starting on the seasoning paste to put the curry together. So Grammy's grinding up that garlic and the hot pepper along with some water, and she's going to grind it up into a fine paste. And some people like to chop up these ingredients versus grinding it up, but whatever way you want to do it, feel free to do so. And we also have some scallions here that we're going to go ahead and chop up. How many of these scallions are you going to use? Oh, she's going to use all of the scallions. I think when you're making a good fish curry, you really need a lot of scallions, a lot of pepper, so this way it can have a really nice flavor as well.
Garlic.
And a lot of garlic as well.
Okay, we have some chopped up scallions, onions, some ground garlic, pepper, green mango. We have some mixing curry powder. So we'll mix the curry powder and the garlic together. And we have some chopped up tomato for Gilbaka curry.
And of course we have the Gilbaka. And Grammy's already seasoned up with the Gilbaka. What did you put on it?
Just a little ginger and...
like some garlic powder?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever herbs you guys want to put on it. Really, it's just a simple seasoning just so the fish can have a nice little taste while it's cooking up. So we've got all of the ingredients here and we're going to get ready to start cooking. Alright, so Grammy just dumped the masala, the curry powder mixture into the garlic and hot pepper that she ground up. She also added in just about a teaspoon of tomato paste, and she's going to mix that up really, really well. The tomato paste is optional, being that we're adding the tomatoes, but she likes to use both because it complements the tomatoes as well. And she's adding just a little bit of water here, so this way she can loosen it up and make a very nice spice paste. So at this point, Grammy's going to go into her pot with some oil. You want to make sure you're using a very heavy bottom pot when making the curry, because you do not want this curry to burn at all. And once that oil heats up a little bit, she's going to go in with her sliced onions and sliced scallions. And we're going to continue to cook these until they're a little bit translucent. Grammy also just went in with the tomatoes, so this way they can fry up and cook with the onions and the scallions as well. Basically what you're looking for is for these ingredients to cook down a little bit and flavor that oil before we go in with the rest of our ingredients. And once the tomatoes get to start melting a little bit and the onions and the scallions have cooked down a bit, you're going to go in with all of your curry paste. Remember, that's the masala, the curry powder, the ground garlic, the ground hot pepper, and a little bit of water, and the tomato paste that Grammy's adding in there. And basically you're going to stir this up and you're going to cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes until all of the oil starts to release back from the spice mixture and until it gets a little bit drier than this. You really want the curry to cook out well, so this way it does not taste raw or anything like that. And what we like to do whenever making any type of curry is to add in the salt right into the curry paste as it's frying up. We find that the salt really starts to build up the flavor. So once that curry paste cooks up really, really well, you're going to go in with your fish as well as the mango. And we're using green mango today. You can peel it, you can not peel it, however you want to do it, but you're going to add the fish and the mango in at the same time. And Grammy's just going to stir this up really, really well and allow that fish to really bunjay with all of those spices, or saute with the spices until they really coat the fish and they soak up into the fish. And you want the fish to release its own juice and then dry back, right?
Yeah.
Just like however you're making a different type of meat curry, you want to do it the same way. Every once in a while you want to go in very gently and just stir around the fish with all of those seasonings. You don't want anything to burn or stick too much. You just want them to get nice and coated with the seasonings. And being that it is a fish, even though it is a very meaty and thick fish, you want to make sure that you're not troubling it too much in the pot, or else it can tend to mash up later on in the process. So after about 5 minutes of that fish bunjing with all the spices, you're going to notice that at the bottom of the pot there's a little bit of oil being released. It's starting to catch just a little bit at the bottom, and at this point we're going to try to go in with our water. Grammy said that you have to add in the water at a certain point, because if it catches too much, it'll be very hard to stir on that fish, and you definitely do not want it to burn.
Have a taste in it.
So she's going in with some water, and you don't need like a lot of water for this, because you don't want the gravy too thin, right?
Well, this have to boil. This is a kind of stiff fish.
Oh, okay.
Gilbaka is always a stiff fish. You have to boil.
So how long do you think it'll boil for after we add in this water?
Like about 20 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll cover it with water, and then we'll allow it to sit. Are you going to cover it or no?
Yeah, I'll cover it.
Yeah, we'll allow it to sit covered for about 20 minutes and allow that fish to cook through really well. And by then the gravy is going to thicken up a little bit more, and the mango is going to cook through. So the fish curry is almost done. At this point, Grammy's going to squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice. And it's not really a lot of lemon juice, it's just to give it a nice little sour taste at the end. The tomato and the lemon and the green mango help with that. Fish curry is supposed to be nice and spicy, and it's also supposed to be a little sour.
Especially Gilbaka.
Yeah, you want it to have a really nice sour taste and spiciness when you're making it. So how long more does this have, or is it done?
It's almost done.
So we'll probably give it like maybe 3 more minutes to bubble up, and then we can taste it for salt, and it'll be ready to serve. Alright, so being that our fish curry is done, we're going to serve it out into our bowl. Grammy doesn't really like leaving anything inside of the pot after it's done cooking. It's always best to just serve it out, and people can take it from there. Alright guys, here's the finished Gilbaka curry. It's ready to serve. It looks so delicious, and we cannot wait to dig in. If you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, and keep leaving your comments down below. I'll see you guys again very soon in one of my next videos. Bye everyone.